Today, I want to talk about the non scale victories of it all. We all know the scale matters, right? It's data, it's important, we use it to track our progress, and we celebrate it. But sometimes we definitely stress over it. I know I do. But what I've learned is that there are so many wins happening in between, whether I've lost 1 pound, 20, 60, or as I reach for my 100, all those wins in between, they are what makes this journey definitely feel worth it. They're what are helping to keep me going when the scale is flat out just being rude. So I wanted to share some of my favorite non-scale victories, the ones that really have changed my everyday life. My very first non scale victory is saying yes to life again. This one is probably the most important, monumental one for me. I used to think twice about everything, going out to eat to a restaurant and going to the movies, even accepting wedding invitations. And not because I didn't want to go, I wanted to be there and celebrate everyone around me, but because I had this constant fear in the back of my mind. What if I run into someone that I know? What if I run into an old friend? What if I run into a previous colleague or somebody I used to date and they see me and they think, wow, look at her. She really let herself go. Like that thought was honestly debilitating. It kept me feeling small and it kept me at home. But now that voice has gotten so much quieter and my confidence it's growing every day. My self-talk is a lot kinder. And instead of avoiding people, I am actually excited to see them again and for them to see me. That's something I don't take for granted. Non-scale victory number two, crossing my legs. Okay, if you know, you know. This is like the number one fantasy for a lot of us who, struggle to cross our legs at some point in our life. I am naturally pear-shaped, so my legs have always been bigger. And one day I literally just sat down, I didn't think about it, and all of a sudden my legs, they were crossed. And there was no adjusting, there was no forcing it to happen. It just happened. And I literally had a moment where I thought, wait, did that just happen? Did I just cross my legs? It's such a small thing, but it definitely felt so, so huge. Non scale victory number three is my body not being in the way anymore. And this one can be hard to explain unless you've actually lived through it. But I used to have to contour or work around my body for a lot of things. Something like cutting my toenails, it was a whole situation. I had to figure how to comfortably be able to get to my toenails. Getting dressed, having to shimmy or twist, or pray to fit into my pants. Even moving around in tight spaces like a smaller bathroom. It felt like something I had to navigate, and now things just feel a lot easier, and I'm not constantly adjusting or contorting myself to exist. Let's go victory number four. No more will I fit anxiety. This one used to live in my brain 24/7. Something like restaurant booths, chairs with arms, airplane seats. I would have to strategize before going anywhere. Where am I going to sit? Will I fit? What if I don't? What's the backup plan? Is there a standing room? And the fear of spilling into someone else's space, that's absolutely embarrassing. Something I'll never forget. Like literally my legs, I'm bottom heavy. So sitting down and my thigh just rubbing against a stranger, But now there's no strategizing, there's no anxiety. I'm just sitting down, I'm existing like everyone else. And that freedom is absolutely everything. Number five, getting up off the ground like a normal human. Listen, this is a big one. I know for so many of us, there was this time that getting up off the floor felt like a full workout. Holding my breath, using furniture to support, hoping nothing popped or hurt. And now I can just get up quickly, without thinking, without pain. And it sounds simple, but it's such a quality of life upgrade. And there are still some sound effects, but that's just because of my age. Number six, shopping in standard sizes. This one still feels a little surreal sometimes. The fact that I can walk into store like Target or Marshall's and knowing that there's a good chance that they're going to have something that I can actually fit into, not having to search for the one hidden rack or the plus size area or feel the disappointment that something I really liked is just not going to fit. And now there are options, and sometimes I'm like, wait, there are way too many options now. but I'll take that problem any day. Non-scale victory number 7, not dreading going to the doctor. I used to feel so much anxiety about going to the doctor for my checkups. That feeling of being judged, having to explain how I got to the weight that I was, all the lifestyle choices that I was making. It was heavy. It was absolutely shameful. And now I feel more confident walking in. I feel more in control of my health and more like I'm actually partnering in my healthcare instead of hiding from it. So yeah, the scale definitely matters, and the scale is important data, but these are the things that change your life. These are the moments that remind you are not just losing weight, you are gaining your life back. And if you are in the middle of your journey right now, even if the scale isn't moving, I promise you, there are wins happening. You just have to start noticing them. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you found this video helpful, consider hitting the like and tell me in the comments what is a non-scale victory that has absolutely changed your life. Tell me in the comments. I would love to celebrate with you. Until next time, friends, let's keep losing. Bye.